Hey, what's up, viewers? Patrick from Bob versus Only back to me. This is episode number 1 of Mom's Week and Bob versus of the day. First verse comes out of Psalm 139, verse 13, and it says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb." And Ephesians 6, verses 1 through 3 says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you, and that you may enjoy long life on the earth." And that's what that verse means. Let's get into it. It's time for the church recap from yesterday. Beginning in the book of Revelation, in chapter 1, starting with verse 10, and it reads, "On the Lord's day I was in the Spirit, and I heard behind me a loud voice like a trumpet, which said, 'Write on a scroll what you see, and send it to the 7 churches, to Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea.' I turned around to see the voice that was speaking to me, and when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands, and among the lampstands was something like a son of man, dressed in a robe, reaching down to his feet, and with a golden sash around his chest. The hair on his head was white. The hair on his head was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. In his right hand he held 7 stars, and coming out of his mouth was a sharp, double-edged sword. His face was like the sun shining in all its brilliance. When I saw him, I fell at his feet, as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, 'Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the key of death and Hades. Write therefore what you have seen, what is now and what will take place later. The mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand, and of the 7 golden lampstands is this. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches." Continuing in the book of Revelation, in chapter 2, starting with verse 7, it says, "Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who is victorious, I will give the right to eat from the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God." This was to the church in Ephesus. In verse 11, which is to the church in Smyrna, it says, "Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches. The one who is victorious will not be hurt at all by the second death." In verse 26, this is to the church in Thyatira, it says, "To the one who is victorious and does my will to the end, I will give authority over the nations. That one will rule them with an iron scepter and will dash them to pieces like pottery. Just as I have received authority from my Father, I will also give that one the morning star. Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches." And in chapter 5 of Revelation, verses 1 through 5, it says, "Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides, and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, 'Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?' But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside. Then one of the elders said to me, 'Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals.'" And that's all for the verse portion, and that's going to do for the video. Thanks for watching. And thanks again, viewers. In every way, God's way is always the best way.